Because you're at the point now where the way business grows, you start by doing just right stuff. You just start by implementing some big rocks. Like you put your Facebook, your offer and lead gen in place. You put your basic systems in place. You get your facility locked down. Big things. And then you start tracking financials, right, to see how you did. You now need to pivot, and this is what this is why we're bringing the profit first in for you guys right now. You need to now pivot. And to go to the next level of maturity as a business, you need to track finances first and let the finances tell you what to be doing.
Yes, and that's the whole issue. There's no profit. We live hand to mouth every month. And
so that's where the profit first calls.
This is a huge issue for us because this is why I'm here. Because we're not going to grow, we're not going to develop if we don't get something in place.
So that's what we've offered you already. We're not always going to do that with you, right? So you need to get that call. I know it's scary to face the finances, but 99% of businesses that do 6-7 figures don't even post a profit. So you're not alone, right? Most don't even know the difference between revenue and profit anyway. And what I'm not going to walk now because you'll have the call, but what she's going to do with you is we're now going to start with a financial analysis. We take your last kind of 6-12 months earnings, we run it through our automated calculation system, and it's going to pop out to us and tell us, right,
we should be close.
It's going to show you, where you should be and where you are and what the delta is. And then we're going to start helping you, control the flow of your revenue. So what most people do is revenue. The traditional accounting model is revenue minus sales equals profit. And so no one's focusing on profit. It's like, if money comes in, we take off all our expenses, pay ourselves something, pay some tax, and if there's anything left over, if there's a profit, yay. And you're treating profit like an event, and it should be a process or a habit. Yeah. So profit first is going to switch that around, where we say, right, revenue's going to come in. The first thing we're going to do is take, if £100 comes in, we're going to start with, even if it's just £1, 1%, we're going to start with a 1% profit margin. And we're going to take £1 out and immediately put it into a profit deposit that you can't touch. So now you've just made 1% profit margin. Well done, you've just become profitable because you prioritized it, right? The next thing then will be owner's compensation or your salaries. Maybe that's going to be 10% of total revenue, for example, right? And we're going to take the next 10 out. Then there's going to be income tax we'll put away, and the company will pay your income tax. And then what's left is to cover your operating expenses. And we have target measures for you. Most of you guys as well, you can write these down if you want to. For most companies under $250,000 a year, you're going to be aiming for a target of around 5% profit. So out of 100% of revenue, right? We look at 5% profit, about 50% owner's compensation, that's your salary. Oh, sorry, I should add as well, before we do this, money comes in for the UK. We have revenue and then we have real revenue. So what we do is 100% of revenue comes in, let's say that's £100. 1,000, 2,000?
Swaps taken for our watches now.
Oh, okay, we're going to change that then. So, but whatever, let's say it's 1,000 a month, right? So you take that off as well, right? So the subcontractor fees would come off and VAT would come out. Then you're left with real revenue. So if you make £10,000 that month, we take off 2,000 for VAT, 1,000 for your contractor, 7,000 left. 7,000 is your real revenue, all right? And then that's the 100%. So now out of the 700, we would now do these. We'd now take 5% of that 700 into profit. Yeah, everyone with me so far?
Yep.
50% of that would go towards owner's compensation. So that'd be 350 for you out of a 700 if that was the revenue for a period. We have 15% for income tax.
Yay.
Now, the thing is here, because we're not aiming for a massive profit margin until you get to like $250,000 in business, you're not going to have big corporate tax on that. It's mostly going to be the income tax because we're paying a lot more to you because you need to be financially paid first, right? First you get paid, then the business gets paid. 15% income tax, and the rest leaves 30% for your OPEX, your operating expenses, right? This is the targets. So you should be able, after contractors, tax, profit, and your pay, 30% left to run the business. Now what happens most of the time is people freak out because they think, if you take all that off, we wouldn't be able to run the business on what's left. Our costs are bigger than that. And that simply means your business is paying more than it can afford, because that's unsustainable growth that everyone's done. That's the biggest technical problem for fitpros in the world. 74% of fitpros fail in business because of that. They're paying out for the company they want, not the company they can afford.